Welcome, citizens. Chat Arias here. I am getting the Corsair prepped. I've already spent quite a bit of time before I started the stream. Getting stuff ready. So, we have a half impulse.
Half impulse.
I'm at ArcCorp 1 at the moment. I'm going to be heading to Hurston. So I can buy a Nox. Okay, but navigate to Hurston.
Clear route. Setting route.
Ava, warp factor 1.
Drives engaging.
Alright. Hey, what's up, Mayhem?
Hey, what's happening? How you doing today?
I'm doing alright. End of the week. Relaxing Friday.
Busy day today. Yeah, I figured I'd hop on for a little while I got a little bit of time in the middle of the day.
Good, good. My wife's gonna hop on for a little while later today, so that'll be fun.
That sounds cool. Yeah, yeah, I don't mind farming either team, either Hurston or SBK, but I think I'd probably prefer Hurston just because it's more straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
But I think some nights I might like the change of pace. Like, SBK is going to be different, I think.
Yeah, well, I think there's more NPCs there also.
Yeah.
Um,
It's going to be a fight to get in if we don't have max rep and Crusaders bunkers.
correct. Yeah. So, yeah, some stuff will happen there. So I'm grabbing. I'm prepping my Corsair for org warfare, and and I'm getting I think. So I'm thinking that because I think I can put 2 tumblers in, 2 cyclones. Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I think I can get 2 I think I can get 2 cyclones in, and maybe 2 Noxes, but certainly 1. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna buy another cyclone, and I'm gonna buy a Nox, and then I'm just gonna kind of see how things fit.
Yeah, out of all the hover vehicles, I think the Nox is probably the best choice just because of its footprint.
Yeah, because it's so small. So I know I can fit that side by side with at least one Cyclone, and maybe I know I can fit it in front of an Ursa also. Good lord, it is dark here.
Yeah, you can stuff them just about anywhere. You can stick them in there sideways. The thing about so I was thinking about the Noxes in retrospect, though. I'm not 100% sure what the top speed on them is, and with missiles coming at us, we might not be able to outrun missiles. I don't know what taking a missile would be like in one of those things. I would imagine not good.
No, probably not. But it's really my only, like, if I want to be able to get in there, that's the only way I can get in there. I don't have a smaller ship that's useful that I'm going to take out at this point.
The next thing that I might think, what else is real small? All right, so a Dragonfly will fit 2 people, but it's not quite as narrow, but it's also just as slow.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the Nox or nothing.
Yeah, it's got to be. Well, we'll have to, test run it and see if it, can be done.
Yeah.
If it can be done, it's probably the perfect vehicle because you can fit. So in the video that I was watching, it showed him taking looked like a 300i, and it took up all of the space underneath that landing pad. And
Well,
in the
you
space
can.
of a 300i, you could easily fit 4.
Oh yeah, but I think we can. I fit a for bringing people in. I'm mostly talking about using the Nox for the Comrade.
Oh,
For there, I fit my my Cutlass under there easily at SPK, and not had any issues.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but we could bring something that big. Okay, that's nice to know.
Yeah, so that'll easily support a team of 4.
Yeah, 4 people easy. Yeah, because there's 4 seats. Yeah, the Cutlass is probably the perfect vehicle for that. It's right in that Goldilocks zone, the right size. Yeah, it's not too big.
Ava, final approach.
Plus, you could probably stuff a Nox inside of it.
Ava, final approach.
So
Approach
if all else
protocols
fails, they
engaged.
soft death the.
Standard impulse.
Commander,
Well, I
you
guess it
now
wouldn't
have
do
the
anything good because Nox don't have a quantum drive. That's only 1 passenger thing. But even then, being stranded at SPK, all you got to do is exit the menu, and then you're in the space station when you load back in. So having your ship blown up after you get there is probably not the worst thing. It just means you're not leaving with any loot other than what you can wear.
Yeah, right. I mean, you could always just slap on the guard outfit and get out. Alt F4, whatever. But that's cheating. Besides which, while you're there, you might as well make a couple 100,000 on the boxes.
Yeah, so the sodium hides, they can spawn there. So you might get lucky and one of them boxes could be worth like $250,000. Of course, I mean, I'd say the armor is worth easily twice that because of the risk. Although I don't know, I was seeing somebody on the trade and the regular Discord for Star Citizen saying that they go for between 300,000 and 400,000 for those, and that's what I've seen the Artemex going for.
Yeah.
On that trade. So you would think they'd go for more because it's a lot harder. There's a lot more risk.
Seems to, but I think people think the Artemex is cooler looking, which probably is.
Probably why there's more of a demand for it. So, if we do, did you want to try to do SBK tonight, or did you want to try to run Hurston tonight, or?
I guess it depends on how many people we got.
Okay.
Right. So if we got 6 people, we can decide to I'll do one or I'll do the other, or we can divvy up probably at least 4 for SPK, and then at least 2 for Hurston.
Yeah, SBK is going to require the bigger team because you're gonna need the support. You're gonna have 2 people gunning all the time, and then 2 people, maybe one person with a track beam and one person with a med gun, and that's their dedicated thing.
Yep. Right.
Because there's going to be a lot of action at SBK. Having 2 gunners would be, because there's a choke point. So if you get 2 people covering that choke point, and then 2 people in behind them, you've always got somebody shooting. That way, if somebody's got to stop to reload, there's at least somebody available to shoot whoever's coming to the door.
Right.
Then you
Right.
got somebody to tractor beam all the bodies in, and then loot them. Of course, there's really only the bodies that you're interested in are the elite guards, but considering it'll be constant fire, you'll want to have somebody covered whoever's tractor beaming, because they won't be able to have a gun out. Although I don't know, like I seen the video I seen or shared, it showed one guy doing it all. So
Yeah, I mean, you could do it, but trying to get the boxes out is going to be a nightmare. That's a nightmare.
yeah, I think it'd be a lot easier and a lot more efficient with more people because you can get more sets. While everybody's there. Not only that, there's strength in numbers. Like if somebody shows up to try to clear their crime stat, they're going to be less inclined if there's just like one of them to mess with a group of 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know, there's some people out there that, of course, if they die, they would be instant closure. So they have a lot more to. Well, no, it wouldn't be because the comrade would be down.
Right.
I don't know how that works.
I think you just made one.
I'm not often a criminal. Although I am increasingly more criminalized here lately. Stealing Hurston armor, and it is pretty fun when I don't have to worry about the crime stat. Which that was never something I was ever able to achieve when I was playing by myself. Keeping my... Of course, I guess I could have. I just never tried because it
Right.
seemed too complicated.
I'm trying to remember. I thought the Knox was at. Where's the Knox at? Is it at Hurston? I thought it was at.
18, I think.
Oh, it's Area 18.
Where are you at right now? Are you at New Deal?
Yeah, I'm a New Deal because I wanted to get a Knox. Here it is.
Yeah, if it's not there, it's definitely Area 18. I'm pretty sure it's Area 18. But I thought, no,
Yep.
vendors.
It's Area 18.
But yeah, that thing's nice. It flies right up inside the comm array, right down to the computer. You fly it right back up out of there.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Sure beats trying to EVA all the way through the inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Please visit us again.
First time you bump into anything, you just go into a weird spiral. Alright, so...
Thank you. Please proceed to sign landing bay.
So that voice stack, you were saying there's a voice pack that you can get that just goes by whatever your keybinds are already set to?
Yeah,
As long as you,
any of the HCS voice packs that are available will they have a thing configuration setting that you can go in there and just point it at, you just export your binds on Star Citizen and then you point it at that file and it'll read it.
oh, that's nice, because I was thinking that was going to be a nightmare trying to set something up like that up.
Ava, prepare for takeoff.
That seems pretty easy.
Contacting docking control. Commencing launch sequence.
You are clear to launch.
One moment, please. System software integration. Lighting fleet. Power balance.
Oh man.
Standard impulse.
Real fast.
Commander,
Yep,
you
better.
now have the con.
Stop. Okay.
Ava, gear up.
Retracted.
Did I do any damage to my ship on later? One AUEC with a damage.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Ava, wings out. That's not the one. Ava, alternate config. Oh, it's still not it. I'll just use the joystick. Ava, standard orbit.
Please direct ship to 90 degrees for maximum thrust in 3, 2, 1.
Transferring
Full
power
impulse.
to engines. Boosting engines.
They started yelling. Need hydration. I don't want to take my helmet off.
Ava, navigate to ArcCorp.
Clear
We'll have
route.
to see if the Nox will fit
Setting
in the color
route.
spread.
You tight fit. Maybe.
Yeah, but it might be a little too long. Like maybe corner to corner.
Ava, navigate to ArcCorp.
Clear route. Setting route.
Made like 4 2SCU boxes yesterday.
Nice. I'll have to make some at some point. I'm talking to Mayhem. I'm just getting some stuff for the ship, setting everything up.
Now, due to persistence, I had been soloing those 890 jump missions.
Mm-hmm.
What I'd do is I'd fly my Pisces to the 890, let the 2 ships blow up my Pisces while I went in there and killed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd loot it like normal, and then just fly the 300 down to like SMO10, and then I'd just transfer all the loot over to SMO10. But I'd leave the 300 parked there, so I had a little collection of 300 eyes parked there at SMO10. I was like, what can I do with these? I was like, I want to turn them into boxes. So I blew them up. It's nice because there at SMO10, there's a sweet spot where you can be outside the Armistice zone, but still inside the local inventory of SMO10.
Hmm.
So it's pretty handy. You can like straight out back into the local inventory.
Ava, half impulse.
Half impulse.
Got these. I was having trouble transferring stuff back over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure all the boxes are actually empty. Empty. And on my person, I have 2 tiger claws. Okay. You know, I might actually carry a railgun in to the comrade.
It's helpful if a ship shows up and wants to blow you up.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, so you can have somebody shoot guns off the back of a dragonfly. I wonder if somebody could shoot like a railgun from the back of a dragonfly.
Probably.
That would totally change
Probably.
how worthwhile. That might make the dragonfly worthwhile in certain
Well, no, is it...
situations.
Did they just have rear-mounted guns in that? Or is it...
No, I think the person on the back shoots whatever weapon they have equipped.
Oh, well, yeah, then that's awesome.
And if that's the case, that makes the dragonfly a little bit more deadly if it's occupied by 2 people.
Sure.
Or might as well. I was going to get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory. I think I'm going to need to take an oath to myself that this next, after whatever next wipe we have, I'm not going to pick anything up that I'm not going to absolutely use. Or so.
Yeah, I try and keep it really simple.
It's a bad habit. Oh, a used hot dog? I'll take that. Sure.
Mm-hmm. You have a final approach.
Approach protocols engaged.
Standard impulse.
Commander, you now have the
I'm not
con.
quite that bad, but
I'm to the point where, like, I'll be like, okay, so I only want the, like the yellowish green color of cruise. That's the only kind I'm going to pick up, because that's the only kind you can buy, really. And I don't want to have multiple stacks of drinks. So I'll just, you know, I'll go all minimalist.
yeah, for me, I think it's time I finally got consolidated some stuff. I've got page upon page of things. I mean, if you like a buddy of mine, we were doing that 890 jump mission so often, and half the time he'd get off the game and leave me with a ship full of loot, and I'd be like, "Are you gonna take any of this back to Tressler?" And he'd be like, "Nah, man, you keep it." And it would be like 3 hours worth of 890 jump loot.
Mm.
No fumes at the sun.
What?
Yeah.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Weird. Okay. So where is it?
Instant pursuits now. Well, my day just got busier.
Why? What's up?
I learned that I can stack new things.
Ah, there
So
it
I'm
is.
going to be organizing for a while.
Yeah, sometimes they stack right. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah, this is what I'm now realizing. I just stacked those two twice and they didn't stay.
Ava cam overhead.
5,
Ava, cam overhead.
5,
You know, it would be so much easier if they had a discard option.
Hmm. Yep.
It's like there's some things that don't sell for anything, and it's not worth taking the time to sell.
Yeah, that's where I have a macro. I just let it sit there and quick sell things for 0, just to get it out of my inventory.
Well, I don't have to ever buy any Arctic white undersuits. Or Sabine.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Okay, it'd be a little bit more complicated.
Hello, and welcome to Riker Memorial Spaceport, servicing the greater Area 18 metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels wherever you
Well, whatever they did to
Welcome.
not get the
to
ASAP terminals to
vehicle
constantly be
retrieval
crashed
system.
seemed to have worked pretty well. I don't see them down at all anymore.
Yeah, it looks like every single one of them's up here at Kressler.
And that was like, that never happened unless the server just restarted.
Yeah, as far as I know, they're like, just the night before last I was on, and I thought it felt like this server, and every single one of those were busted except for one. Because I remember standing in line, and everybody was standing in line to use the same terminal. Yeah, that's right, gallery. I was going with gallery.
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Got all the way to the elevator, hit the button, didn't go down, and then second guess what I was
Oh,
doing.
come on, it didn't even open. That's cheap.
Yeah, milk. Do they keep it in the cold section? Oh, okay. Is it in the cold section?
Yeah.
In a can, you said?
No.
Oh, I was looking for a can. I thought you said a can.
Gallery.
There we go.
Oh yeah, there is a gun store here. Or is there?
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Have anything here?
No? Oh, there's an armor store that sells guns, so. I guess that'll work. Okay, so I could sell an FS9, but I could only sell it for 6 AUEC. The attachments on it are worth more than that. Wow, I've got a lot of those. Alright, P8s, here we go. How are those worth more?
Now arriving.
I guess it's safe to say that I don't need any more FS9s. I can stop picking those up.
Hey, Rook, how's it going? Where am I going? Gotta go down here. Gonna buy a Nox. And I gotta make some money.
Gotta make some money.
I spent a lot of money, and I make some back.
Let's see. Are there missions? Is there, if you want to run bunkers, I can run bunkers with you.
We'll have to see how much time I have. I have to leave in an hour, so. But once I get this, where are you at? Are you in Micro?
I am in Microtech, but I have I think I've got a brand new Defender parked here, so
You can get out.
I can be anywhere.
I'm in area 18. I think I have 60k bunkers here.
Okay. I will head that way. Maybe we'll at least knock one out.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Defender's not here. Lacey's is. Lacey's isn't that fast, though.
Please visit us again.
I think the ship that I'm in is just fast enough. Especially considering it's already in the If the Banu Defender was here, that would have been a lot faster.
Trap now approaching.
But apparently I left it somewhere else. I guess I needed to get somewhere in a hurry.
City Flight asks that you be courteous to your fellow passengers. Keep conversations and mobiglass to a reasonable volume. And share space with other travelers. Remember, we're all
Okay.
taking this journey together. Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Are you in your Corsair?
I am, yeah.
What I might have you do is I might have you pick me up at Eugenie.
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect.
I got a med gun. I've got. Let me make sure I got plenty of ammo on me before I do something silly like leave it all behind.
Now arriving. Tram now
Oh,
approaching.
plus I need to remember something else. I need drinks. Yeah, let's split those. Probably wouldn't need to drink as often or lay down as often if I didn't run
Thank
everywhere.
you for visiting Arcorp, Stanton's capital of commerce.
True.
Whatever your transaction.
Your armor,
But it's hard now.
your armor size makes a
Welcome
difference too.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
Want your company to be in good company? Arcorp's unique vertical
This is a fact too, because I've noticed when I just wear an undersuit,
and logistics
I almost never have to drink or eat.
Yeah.
I think they also said something about how close you are to the center of the system affects your thirst and hunger
Well, that could be.
as well.
That could be.
I don't know if that's a current system or a future system. I think it's current. Have to look back into that one. I think I remember it was on Astropub that I seen that. He was talking about it. She's on. My PC let me out. So did you see they're working on the Polaris now?
Yeah, I saw that. Ava, prepare for takeoff.
Contacting docking control. Commencing launch sequence.
Preparing.
You are clear to launch.
Stand by.
I don't find that ship super appealing.
Recalibrating power.
Standard impulse.
Commander, you now have the con.
It looks cool, but the idea of a big ship like that, like in a game where it's a light fighter meta, you know, it just seems like, well, we'll have to see when those ships get here, because light fighters won't be able to do anything to them unless you have a pack of them.
Well, yeah, and there'll be other and very important reasons to have, you know, ships that are bigger like that in Pyro and such.
Yeah, the ship that I'm flying right now going to be really important in Pyro. Another one that's going to be important is the Starfarer.
Wow, the HUD just went horribly wrong.
People are kind of sleeping on. The 890 is going to be super beneficial for Pyro. Be a big target.
My stupid wings do not go out. There we go.
Sometimes that's just a visual bug.
Ava, standard orbit.
Please direct ship to 90 degrees for maximum thrust in 3, 2, 1.
Diverting
Full
power to
impulse.
assisted system. Boost activated.
Like with the Corsair, sometimes when the wings are up and you hit the button for them to go down and it doesn't look like they've moved, or vice versa. But then when you'll hit the button a third time, and then it'll instantly look like it was where it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well get this one. There's too many thoughts. I'm going to be in quantum crap for a minute.
Quantum and coffee. Match made in heaven.
Yep.
Well, I thought Pacini was right up here, but I'm not seeing it anywhere yet. You have a clear route.
Clear route.
Oh, I got a bottle of hot sauce in there yesterday, and it just smells like hot peppers. Clearly, there is some residual hot sauce somewhere, because that smell is pretty intense.
Ava, steady as she goes.
Stand by.
Okay.
Standard
executing.
impulse.
I'm so glad I upgraded the drive on this thing. It was so slow.
Oh, come on, ArcCorp. There it is.
Need to find out what the fastest quantum drive is for the Pisces, considering that's the one I usually use for a shuttle.
Atlas is about the only useful one because it's so small. I mean, you could put an XL1 in it, but it'd be... It couldn't get across the universe that way. You know?
Oh, yeah, okay. Have to sacrifice a little bit of speed for distance.
Mm-hmm.
That's the trade-off I made with the Carrack. See, I was never running out of fuel before. Out of quantum fuel. Like I couldn't hardly put a dent in it. It was slow. But now I am definitely using quantum fuel. I can actually watch it move if I sit here long enough. In Pyro, I might not be able to get away with using this drive. Of course, we might not be. It depends whether we go to Pyro or not.
We have a final approach.
Approach protocols engaged.
Pyro's going to be a
Standard impulse.
Commander, you now have
big-time
requirement.
logistics thing. Everything in Pyro has to be planned out and calculated. So, where everything's so far apart.
Really, it ultimately, I think it comes down to whether or not they have orgs set up properly by then. But, you know, like where you can assign org ships and different things like that. Because, you know, I mean, we probably have the ships to do it. But, you know, they're spread around a bunch of different accounts, and
yeah,
you know, like if you have a
say, hey, I'm going to put this in the pool for the org
right
to use. Yeah, that would be a nice thing to be able to do.
Yep, and then it's, you know, then it's useful, and then have different, you know, levels of, you know, like these are the people that can actually pilot my ship. These are the people that can respawn on it. These, you know.
Yeah, I think once Pyro gets here, they will have done at least something in that regard.
I hope so.
320, they're already talking about ship permissions, which seems like they're taking steps in the direction of figuring out, you know, ship permissions and like,
like you can protect it. Yep. Yeah.
Like you can kill somebody that's not supposed to be there. Yeah. Without getting a crime stat. I don't know, it seems like they're definitely taking steps in that direction. And I think I heard something, some kind of speculation of, no, actually it wasn't speculation. I think it was off of one of the ISCs that I seen. They asked them a question and they were talking about how they would like to implement something like that. And of course they're looking into doing something similar to that. He did not give a time frame though, so I would imagine it would be for Pyro, or at least. Well, it might not be because Pyro's just going to be the first one that they add. Realistically, they'll have a lot more work to go as they'll be adding a lot of things as they add each system. Who knows? It's fun to speculate, though.
Oh yeah, it's fun to like just sit there and think about, you know, what kind of fleet would you want, and you know, what kind of ground vehicles you should have, and what kind of, you know, anything that becomes, it's like bushcrafting. Anything that's multi-use becomes more valuable.
Yeah, I'm heading towards Bajini now. Well, to make them recalibrate. Yeah, I'll admit I kind of got a little deep into this game a little too fast.
Welcome.
Don't we all?
ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
I was initially only going to spend the starter package money, and then I was like, no, Cutlass Black, that's inside my wheelhouse. I can afford that, and that's so much more useful. Once I made that first upgrade, it was on from there. And then I was like, when the Corsair first became available, I was like, yep, that's mine. I'm getting one. And when the Corsair first came out, it was really buggy. That first time that they sold it on the store, it was still real buggy. Like the door would sometimes eat you, and you would just get stuck in your ship. Sometimes after bed logging, I think this is still a problem with Corsair. Sometimes when you load back in, you're not actually touching the ship, like you clip through the ship. There was just a lot of bugs, and then I just found a reason to upgrade to a different ship. It was, oh, yeah, that's what it was. When they made the Reclaimer available for the first time that I seen it, I was like, yes, I have to have this Reclaimer because a friend of mine's getting on. The 318 patch is coming out. This is a ship that I absolutely need. So I justified, you know, yet another bump up. And here I am now in a Carrack. I'm done. I'm done BIG. For that. No, I gotta be done for good, really. I mean, you're talking, and this isn't the only ship that I have. I think I'm just a tad over $800 deep into this game, which is the most that I've ever put in any game ever. And in my head, as I was doing it, I was thinking, well, you know, it's a game that I can invest money in as I play. Not the levels that I was spending.
Yeah, I've been trying to be real good, but I've been a backer since 2014. So the last 2 years I spent a little bit more, but I basically kept it at I had a, you know, an Aurora, and then I upgraded it to a 300i when they brought those out. And I upgraded to a Cutlass Black, and then I CCU'd to the Corsair.
Corsair is a good ship, especially when 319.1 comes out. It will. Its most major issue that still remains will be fixed with 319.1, and that's the wing HP. I could deal with it flying slow through atmosphere. I could deal with the way it handles. I fly a lot of other big ships. I actually think it, even though it's slow, it maneuvers quite nicely.
Yep. Hey, so Rook was asking. So Rook, I gotta say, I think I've only spent on my account $200-ish. Because I basically just had the Corsair. It's actually less than that because I got the Corsair for $75 off. And then I have my wife's account with a Nomad, Shane's account with Titan, and the twins account with a Titan also. So $300-400 tops.
It's spread out across several different people being able to play too.
Sure. And like we were talking about, Rick, you mentioned this a lot too. When we talk, it's about the, you know, entertainment dollars per hour. You know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I feel like, you know, I spend somewhere between 10 and 25 hours a week playing. So to me, it's worth the.
Yeah, likewise for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink. I don't go to the movies. I don't do a lot of stuff for entertainment. This is really it for me. So I can justify spending a little bit of money on the game.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, honestly, if I was really thinking about it a little bit more earlier on, I probably would have spent, you know, a chunk every year just to, you know, build up to a couple of higher level ships and some other important ones along the way. But
yeah,
it wasn't really a game that I was interested in playing until 2 years ago.
It's come a long way. I've been following it for a while, but it's just now become seemingly worthwhile enough to try to play.
Yep.
I mean, to try to play as a regular game. For me, if I'm going to play a game, that's what I'm looking to try to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with this game, you know, it's not too bad. I did spend more money than I would have liked to, but if I stop to think about it, just like last summer, I spent over $1,000 on rounds to go shoot with, and I ain't never going to get any of that money back, and I don't have anything to show for it other than the memory of being able to have a good time with my family.
Yeah, yeah.
This, I actually still have something that I can use every day. Might be digital, but I use it every day. Some people have a hard time getting their brain around the fact that you have something that's that valuable that is digital and it's not a tangible item. Yeah, I definitely am aware that it can go away someday. I don't agree with the policy a lot of YouTubers have, like don't spend money on the game. Like a lot of them kind of make it seem, you know, like a taboo to spend money on the game. But that's what funds this game. That's what, like, if people don't buy the ships, this game don't get developed. So when they're actively trying to discourage people from spending money, they're hurting the game.
Well, I don't know if they're actively telling people not to spend the money. I think most of the YouTubers, what they say is, you don't need to spend the money to have fun in the game. You know, you could just get the, you know, one of the basic ships. I think maybe, you know, a step or two up. If you get an Avenger Titan, Dire Wolf Scissors armor insurance now or something. But if they have they have a Titan, they can do a ton in game and have a lot of fun, and you know, buy ships in game. Oh, this server might be starting to have some trouble. None of my doors are opening up.
I think CIG could do a lot better as far as with their ship sales if they maybe kept the prices lower so they would sell more ships. People would have more variety, be more inclined to play. Maybe bump the price of the ships up when the game is actually a game. But like, if they lower the price of the ships, more people would be inclined to spend a little bit of, you know, nickel and dime a little bit more and more, you know. Whereas there's some people that, you know, you're just going to get their $45, you know, their minimum requirement, and that's all they're going to get. But then there's some people that will, you know, go $5 more, $10 more, you know, at a time. But they don't have those increment sizes, you know, like there's some gaps that if you want to go to a bigger ship, you might be needing to spend $70 more, and it might not be something that's relevant to what you want. If they kept them all available all the time and lowered the price, they would probably sell just as many or just as much money. Of course, I'm not in marketing, so I guess it's dumb for me to say stuff like that, but it just, to me, it seems like it would make more sense from a testing standpoint to give more people access to the ships for testing.
Well, but they do that often, with free flies and giving ships away and stuff like that, you know, during free flies. And in the PTU, they often, you know, seed that with ships too, so.
But I guess, I mean, everybody would be flying the same exact ship if you did that. They would be flying whatever the best ship was.
Well, I mean, that kind of happens now, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it does. If you're wanting to be, I'm being impounded, they told me to park here.
Thank you.
Well,
I'm gonna have to get going. I don't think there's gonna be time to run a mission, unfortunately.
Alrighty.
Because if we start now, and I have to be ready to go by 5. So, unfortunately, but that's all right.
Yeah. It's fine.
Sorry.
I'm being impounded.
Oh.
Those jerks, they told me to park there. I gotta file a complaint.
Goes. But I got my ship all set up like org-wise. I got suits of armor. I got ammo, I got drinks, I got armory, I got all that stuff.
Good deal. Yeah, I'll be bringing drinks with me. Oh no, okay, it didn't transfer the drinks over.
If they impound it, do they take the stuff on the ship though? I don't know.
Oh no, all that stuff stays. Yeah, it's actually, if they impound it, you don't even need to pay the impound fee. I don't think, if you wait long enough.
All right.